The compound on Olateju Street, Mushin, was the kind of place where noise lived permanently. Children chased each other barefoot, women argued over water from the broken tap, and the smell of frying akara mixed with the scent of diesel from the generator that coughed like an old man. Into this chaos walked Tunde Adebayo, a slim, tired-looking man dragging a Ghana must-go bag. He had just lost his job on the island, his girlfriend had left him, his landlord had thrown him out. Mushin was not where he imagined his life would restart, but life had stopped caring about his imagination. The compound's landlord, Baba Landlord, sat on a wooden stool in the corner, watching everything with quiet eyes. He was an elderly man with a soft voice and a permanent expression of calm. Too calm for a place like this. "Welcome, my son," he said as Tunde approached. "Your room is ready." Room 9 was small, hot, and smelled faintly of camphor. But it was cheap, and Tunde had no options left. As he settled in, he noticed something strange. 3 rooms, rooms 3, 7, and 14, were always locked, padlocked from the outside, curtains drawn, no sound, no movement. Yet, Baba Landlord insisted they were occupied. Occupied by who? No one in the compound had ever seen the occupants. A week after Tunde moved in, Mama Sade, the loudest woman in the compound, vanished. One moment she was shouting at her daughter to wash plates. The next morning, her door was wide open, her pot of stew still warm, her slippers still at the entrance. People assumed she traveled suddenly. But Tunde noticed something. The night before she disappeared, she had been arguing with Baba Landlord about something. Something she said she would not keep quiet about. That night, Tunde heard a strange humming sound coming from one of the locked rooms, room 7. A low rhythmic hum, almost like chanting. He told himself he was napping. But the next disappearance came too quickly. 2 days later, Kule the Baba, who ran a small shop outside the compound, vanished too. His clippers were still plugged in, his phone was on the table, his wallet was untouched. People whispered, "Kidnappers, ritualists, police matter." But Tunde noticed something again. The night before Kunle disappeared, Baba Landlord had visited room 3. And the humming sound returned. This time louder. This time accompanied by whispers. One evening, little Amina, a 7-year-old girl with big curious eyes, tugged at Tunde's shirt. "Uncle Tunde," she whispered, "I saw them." "So?" "The people in the locked rooms." Tunde froze. Amina continued, "They don't walk like us. They don't talk. They just stand. And their eyes are white." Tunde felt a chill crawl down his spine. "Where did you see them?" "In Baba Landlord's backyard. At night. They were following him." Tunde began digging. He learned that Baba Landlord's wife, Iya Alake, had been a powerful traditional healer. People said she could cure madness, call rain, and speak to spirits. She died 3 years ago. But some tenants whispered that she never really left. That she still walked the compound at night. That she demanded offerings. Human offerings. One night, Tunde heard the humming again, louder than ever. He stepped outside quietly. The compound was dark. Too dark. Even the moon seemed afraid to shine. He followed the sound to room 14. The padlock was open. The door slightly ajar. Against every instinct, he pushed it open. Inside, the room was empty, except for a shrine in the center.
Candles burned in a circle. Cowries lined the floor. And in the middle, Mama Sadi's wrapper, Kunle's wristwatch, and a bowl filled with something dark and thick. Blood. Tunde stumbled back, horrified. And then he heard breathing behind him. Slow, heavy, human, but not quite. He turned. Papa Landlord stood there, tears in his eyes.
I didn't want this, the old man whispered. But she won't let me stop. She, Tunde asked for a shaking. My wife. The candles flickered violently. A cold wind swept through the room. And then she appeared. Not fully human, not fully spirit. A shadowy figure with glowing white eyes and a wrapper tied around her waist. Yalake. Her voice echoed like it came from a deep well. Another offering, she said. This one is strong. This one will last. Tunde tried to run, but the door slammed shut. Papa Landlord fell to his knees. Please, leave him. Take me instead. You are old, the spirit hissed. Weak. Useless. I need a new keeper. Her eyes turned to Tunde. You will replace him. Tunde grabbed the candle and flung it at the shrine. Flames erupted instantly. The spirit screamed, a sound that shook the walls. The compound woke up. Tenants rushed out, shouting, panicking. The fire spread quickly. Papa Landlord tried to pull Tunde out, but the spirit dragged him back. Let me go, the old man cried. Let me join her. But Tunde pulled him free with all his strength. They burst out of the room as the shrine collapsed in flames. Inside, the spirit shrieked and dissolved into smoke. The fire brigade arrived too late. Room 14 burned to ashes. And with it, the spirit of Iya Alaki. The next morning, the police came. Baba Landlord confessed everything. The ritual, the disappearances, the fear, the guilt. He was taken away quietly, without resistance. The compound was silent for the first time in years. Tunde stood outside his room, watching the sun rise over Mushi. Little Amina walked up to him. Uncle Tunde, she said softly, is the bad woman gone? Tunde nodded. Yes, she's gone. Amina smiled. But then she pointed at room 14's burnt doorway. Then why is she standing there? Tunde turned slowly. And there, in the smoke-filled doorway, stood a faint silhouette, wrapper tied around her waist, eyes glowing white, watching, waiting. Tunde's breath caught in his throat. The silhouette didn't move, didn't blink, didn't fade. It only watched him. A cold breeze swept through the compound, yet no leaf moved, no curtain shifted, no child cried. It was as if the entire building was holding its breath. Amina clutched his hand tighter. Uncle Tunde, she whispered. She's calling you. Tunde stepped back. The silhouette stepped forward. Just one step. Enough to show the faint outline of her face. Enough to reveal the unmistakable glow of her white eyes. Enough to make Tunde realize one terrible truth. The fire didn't destroy her. It freed her. And now, she wanted her keeper back. The smoke thickened. The silhouette sharpened. A voice, soft, ancient, hungry, echoed through the compound. Tunde, we are not finished. The ground beneath womb 14 trembled. A crack formed. A whisper rose from the earth. A whisper that carried her name. Iya Alake. Tunde grabbed Amina and stumbled backward, heart pounding. This wasn't over. Not even close. If this story shocked you, then brace yourself. Because the nightmare is only beginning. The Lagos Landlord 2, the return of Iya Alake, drops soon here. Subscribe so you don't miss the moment she rises again. Comment, should Tunde run or finally face what's calling him? Share this story with someone who loves African supernatural thrillers. The spirit has returned. The compound is waking. And in part 2, Iya Alake is no longer looking for a keeper. She's looking for revenge.